is up, YouTubes? Moto Noob coming at you here live, recorded live from Delaware. Yes, it is a state. Yes, it is a county. Yes, it is a city. But I'm in the state. So today, I'm out heading out towards Diamond Motorsports, Honda motorcycle dealership here in Dover, Delaware. And I thought along my way I would share with you 3 things every newbie rider should know. If you're just getting on a bike for the first time, you need to know and understand these 3 things. That's a gorgeous day. Look at that out there, man. Number 1, you will drop your bike. You will drop your bike. If anyone says, man, I've never dropped a bike before, they're full of shit. Done and done, period. I was adjusting my clutch cable back here. You know, my clutch was kind of tight, so I was loosening it. And what I was doing, I was standing in my driveway, and I would adjust the clutch cable. I'd turn the bike on. I'd adjust it while I'm sitting on it. I'd turn the bike on, and I'd let the clutch out, see how I like the friction zone. And then I would readjust and, you know, kill the bike and do the same thing. So ultimately I got to the point where I was all done, and I liked how the clutch was pulling. I liked where the friction zone was, and I liked playing it. And then I'm like, all right, I'm done. So I stand up, I climb off my bike, and the thing just leans over to the left. I forgot to put the damn kickstand down. This has happened to me not only once, twice. You think I would have learned the first time? No, but please, from my mistake, learn. You know, when you do anything like this, especially where, you know, your safety is paramount, getting into a routine is gonna help you. So when you're done riding, get into a routine. Always put my kickstand down, make sure I put on my kill switch. You know, if you do that sort of thing, make sure you turn your fuel supply line off, and just get into the habit of doing it every single time. It's gonna keep you from having a really bad day. Now for me, the bike leaned over, and the mirror just snapped right off of the clutch perch. So I'm like, man, now I got to take it to the shop and get it replaced. But you know, so I'm an IT guy, and I've never, up until I got this bike, I never changed the oil before in my car. So I'm like, man, now I got to take it to the shop. But I'm like, let me go online, look at the parts, see what's involved. And it was literally like 2 screws, and the part was like, you know, 30 something bucks. So I just got the part, took the old one off, put the new one on, you know, messed around with the clutch cable, got that all reattached, and it wasn't too bad at all. It's one of the nice things about riding a bike is even if you have 0 experience with small engines, it's an adventure, and it's something anyone can learn. Number 2, you will leave the key in the ignition. You will leave your bike turned on. You get to work, you get to wherever you're going, you're all done, you get your kickstand down, kill switch, you get off the bike, and you get inside. And sure enough, somebody says, hey man, you left your bike lights on. Now, you know, they might just think it's like a car where, you know, you have a switch and you turn your headlights on and off, not knowing that most, you know, modern motorcycles, the headlights come on automatically, and you're like, oh shit, I left my key in the bike. So, you know, not necessarily a good thing. It happens. And the really bad part is if you leave it on long enough, if your battery winds up dying, and some bikes' batteries are underneath the seat, it's a pain in the ass to get jumped and get charged. I love this turn here. Ooh, just lean into it a little bit. Even on a cruiser, it's fun. And lastly, number 3, you will stall out. Not only will you stall out, you will do it at the absolutely most embarrassing and inconvenient time, i.e. like at a stoplight, right? Now, I expected to stall. Actually, when I test rode this bike, this is my very first bike, and I went to the guy who sold it to me. Awesome guy named Jesse, and he actually took the time to go over each and every single control, each and every single part of the bike, which is, you know, really awesome of him. He really didn't have to do that. And my very first test ride, like, I let out the clutch, and I let it out too fast, and boom, it stalled. And he just chuckled knowingly and, you know, kind of corrected me, and it was all good from there. But, you know, I remember this one time I was at a stoplight, and this guy pulls up to me, and, you know, I got my Honda Shadow 750 here, and he was in, you know, like maybe a 6-cylinder Ford Temp, and I'm like, yeah, I can take this guy. He pulled up to the line looking over, revved his engine a little bit, and I'm just like, all right, let's go. So sure enough, traffic goes around this way. I look up at the light, turns green. He floors it, chirps a tiny bit, off. I'm like, yeah. I let go of the clutch. I'm in like third gear, and the bike just lurches forward, and I stalled. And not only did I stall, right, so then I'm sitting there trying to figure out how to get it started, because every time, I can get it started, but then when I let out the clutch, the thing just like starts grinding like a hellish, like a hell demon, just like saying, oh, I don't want to do that. There's something on the ground there. That could have popped my tire. So yeah, you will stall, and it will come at the most inopportune and embarrassing time. All of these things are to be expected, and when they happen to you, it's not a big deal. Just roll with it. Learn and do better next time. Looks like they're painting or detailing there. So I am at the dealership. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what you think the most embarrassing things are, what every newbie rider should know is. And I will see you next time.